welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be answering more of your ordinary skincare questions. I tend to do an ordinary Q&A about once a month. So it's about that time, so I'm going to be answering some questions today in this video. But before we get right into it, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell, by doing so you will always be notified whenever I upload a new video, and I do upload videos every single week. Alright, so let's get right into it. Now recently I just uploaded my nighttime anti-aging skincare routine with using The Ordinary skincare products, and I also uploaded the new 100% niacinamide powder from The Ordinary. So from those two videos alone, I have accumulated a lot of questions, so I am going to be answering a lot of questions from those videos, and of course I will be answering some questions that I received on other videos as well. So if you haven't seen those two videos, I will leave them below for you as well as up here if you'd like to check them out. But let's get right into the first question. So the first question is regarding The Ordinary's 100% niacinamide powder. So the question is, can I mix the powder with The Ordinary's alpha arbutin serum for brightening? Now, if you have not seen my video on the 100% niacinamide powder, I definitely would suggest to go and take a look at that video. I do mention what types of water-based serums and moisturizer you can mix with the powder to create the mixture before applying it to your face. And you need to choose water-based serums and a moisturizer that has a pH level between 5 and 7 to mix with the powder, and I do let you know in that video what serums to use. But with the alpha arbutin has a pH level under 5, so you don't want to mix the alpha arbutin with the powder to create the mixture to apply to your face. But what you can do is apply the alpha arbutin to your face first, then use the powder, choose a different serum, mix it with the powder to create the mixture, and then apply it to your face. So you can in fact use alpha arbutin with the niacinamide powder. Just apply the serum first and then go in with the powder afterwards and mix it with one of the serums that I mentioned in that video or the moisturizer that I also mentioned in that video as well. Now I have been getting a lot of questions all of a sudden asking, can you use The Ordinary niacinamide with The Ordinary acids? And yes, you definitely can. I have gone on to The Ordinary website, it does say that, and I've also gone on to the Decium's Instagram page, and there's a lot of people that were asking the same thing as what people are asking on my channel. Can I use niacinamide with the glycolic acid toner? Can I use niacinamide with lactic acid? And so on. And The Ordinary has responded back to every single one of those people saying, yes, absolutely, you can use niacinamide with acids. Now, when you go onto Google, you type in, can you use niacinamide with acids? There's a lot of articles that say that you can use them together, and then there are some articles that say, no, you should probably keep them separate because the niacinamide will actually raise the pH level of the acids, making the acids less effective and less potent on your skin. So normally acids have a pH level between 3 and 3.5, so if you use it with the niacinamide, they're saying that it could raise the pH level to a higher pH, meaning they're not going to be as acidic on the skin. But according to The Ordinary, and I'm talking about The Ordinary in particular, The Ordinary does say that you can use acids with niacinamide, and that goes with the AHA plus BHA peeling solution, lactic, salicylic acid, and glycolic acid. Now when it comes to the 100% niacinamide powder, you can in fact use acids in the same routine as the powder, but you don't want to mix an acid with the powder to create the mixture to apply to the skin. You don't want to do that. But as long as you're using an acid beforehand and then go in with the niacinamide powder, mixing it with one of the water-based serums that I mentioned in my video, then that is completely fine. So I do want to address that in today's video. Can I use The Ordinary's 100% niacinamide powder with The Ordinary niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1% in the same routine, whether that's in the morning or at night? Now honestly, you don't need to use both in the same routine. You only need one or the other. I also had a couple of questions as well since my last Q&A asking if pregnant women can use the Ordinary Buffet plus copper peptides, as well as I did have somebody ask me if they can use the Ordinary's 100% niacinamide powder while pregnant as well. And at the time, I did not know that answer, and of course, I did recommend that person to contact Deciem. Now, I did contact Deciem on their website, and I did ask them this question, and they did respond back to me and said, while each ingredient has been tested and is considered safe for topical application, Deciem products have not been tested on pregnant or breastfeeding women. When pregnant or breastfeeding, it is recommended to avoid any skincare products containing retinoids, such as formulations with grand active retinoid or a retinol. We also recommend not using any of our supplements while pregnant or breastfeeding. We recommend consulting with your doctor before incorporating new skincare products into your skincare routine. Can I use alpha arbutin after using the Ordinary's AHA plus BHA peeling solution? And yes, absolutely you can. Can I use the Ordinary resveratrol plus ferulic acid with the Ordinary ascorbyl glucoside 12% for better results? And yes, absolutely. The Ordinary's resveratrol plus ferulic acid works well with any type of vitamin C product. So I did purchase the Ordinary alpha arbutin, the niacinamide, the hyaluronic acid, the rosehip seed oil, as well as the retinol 1%. Can you please help me layer these products? So you definitely want to go in with the hyaluronic acid first, then the alpha arbutin, niacinamide, then go in with the retinol, the moisturizer, and then rosehip seed oil. Or if you like to apply your oil before your moisturizer, then you can do that as well. So that is how you would layer those products for a nighttime skincare routine. Should I use the Ordinary's amino acids plus B5 first, or the Ordinary's ascorbic acid 8% plus alpha arbutin 2% vitamin C? So if it was up to me, I would apply your vitamin C first, which is the ascorbic acid plus alpha arbutin, and then I would go in with the Ordinary's amino acids plus B5. I do this all the time in my morning skincare routine. I always apply my vitamin C serums first, whether it's from the Ordinary or not, and then I go in with the amino acids plus B5 after. I also had a lot of people ask me if they can mix the new 100% niacinamide powder with just water, whether it's tap water, distilled water, filtered water. So the Ordinary does say that they would not recommend mixing water with the 100% niacinamide powder because they're unsure of what the pH level is. Now, if you know what the pH level is of your water and it's between 5 and 7, then I would say it's probably okay. But the Ordinary does say not to use water, to make sure that you're using a water-based serum that has a pH between 5 and 7, or a moisturizer that has a pH between 5 and 7. And the moisturizer that you can use is the one from the Ordinary, which is the natural moisturizing factors plus hyaluronic acid. Another question that I have here is, if I'm using a retinol or the azelaic acid in my PM routine, not together, but on separate nights of the week, would I use the Ordinary's alpha arbutin and the niacinamide before or after the retinol or azelaic acid? Now, you definitely want to apply the alpha arbutin and the niacinamide before a retinol because those are a water-based serum, and you also want to use the alpha arbutin and the niacinamide before the azelaic acid because the azelaic acid is a cream-based product, so you definitely want to use the other two products beforehand as well. Does the Ordinary niacinamide serum or the niacinamide powder work well with the Ordinary's hyaluronic acid, or do they conflict with one another? They actually work really well together, and I actually pair the Ordinary's hyaluronic acid with the 100% niacinamide powder to create the mixture, and I also like to use hyaluronic acid with the niacinamide serum from the Ordinary as well. So hyaluronic acid works well with niacinamide, and I love to pair these two together all the time. Do I need to wash my face after using the 100% niacinamide powder with one of the serums mentioned in your video, or can I sleep with everything on until the morning when I wash my face? You definitely don't want to be washing your face after applying the 100% niacinamide powder with a serum or with a moisturizer. You do want to let this sit on your face all night long until you wake up the next morning and wash your face. Can you mix the rosehip seed oil with the moisturizer? And yes, you absolutely can. How often should I use the ordinary Matrixyl? You can actually use it every day, twice a day if you need to, or you can just use it once a day. Can I use the Ordinary's ascorbic acid 8% plus alpha arbutin 2% in the same routine with the Ordinary's azelaic acid? And no, you don't want to be using these two together. I would recommend to use your vitamin C in the morning and the azelaic acid at nighttime. Another question I have here is, I'm somebody that doesn't have any blemishes, but I definitely have oily skin, especially in the T-zone. Can I still use the Ordinary's niacinamide even though I don't have any blemishes? Yes, absolutely, because niacinamide will help to control oil as well, and it also helps with texture also. So if you have texture, that's also great. So yes, you can definitely use niacinamide even though you do not have any blemishes. So when you apply a salicylic acid to your skin, is it okay to apply a moisturizer right after, or do I have to wash off the acid and then apply a moisturizer? Now, if you're using the Ordinary's AHA plus BHA peeling solution, you do need to leave that on for 10 minutes or less before washing it off. And the Ordinary does have a salicylic acid mask that you do leave on and wash off as well. So if you're using the Ordinary's glycolic acid toner, the salicylic acid serum, as well as the lactic acid serum, you definitely want to leave this on your skin, then apply a moisturizer on top of those serums. But if it's the peeling solution or the salicylic acid mask, then yes, you'd have to rinse those off first before applying a moisturizer. So I am going to answer one more question, and the question is, can I mix the Ordinary's Pycnogenol 5% with the Ordinary's Mineral SPF, or should I keep them separate and apply them separately onto my skin instead? When it comes to the Pycnogenol and an SPF, I would apply these separately onto the skin. I've never actually mixed the two together and then applied it. I'm not sure if you would experience pilling or if it would change the formulation of the SPF in any way. Now, you can mix Pycnogenol with a moisturizer, which I tend to do, mix the two together and apply it to my face and neck, and there's no pilling ever that happens from that pairing. But to play it safe, I would apply the Pycnogenol separately, wait a few minutes, and then go in with the Ordinary's Mineral SPF afterwards. So that is everything in today's video, and I really hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it helpful. I will be doing more videos like this in the near future, so if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you do, because I do talk about the Ordinary skincare quite a bit. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I honestly really do appreciate it, and of course, I will see you all in my next video. So take care, and I will see you guys then. Bye guys.